send out these tweets and ship and such. Okay. Pull up chat. There we go. I don't remember what I was doing. Let's see. I had a brush with disgrace. Looks like I've got plenty of mirrors. I could use more hearts and way more irons. So I think a mentor. For a time, you enjoyed the favor and protection of a mentor, someone who saw your potential and decided to nurture it. Who took you under their wing? Affiliation: villainy. Your associations among thieves, outcasts, and pirates. And pirates, yarhar! His attempts to distance himself from his larcenous past were of mixed success. His guests were scarred and rough-spoken, and told bloody tales of smuggling and thief oaths, and nameless murders. Alright, so that'll get my stats up. I seriously don't remember what I was doing right now. I've got the jumble of undistinguished souls. Right, I was taking the souls... No, I bought the souls from you. Ooh, shit. Let's see. Hold possessions. Gossip. I have the fastidious inspector. She needs to go to Port Prosper. I have a tale of terror. I have the black box. I need to go to London as soon as we can. I have all of these port reports, as well as 6 crewmen. Some say that the Clockwork Sun was brighter once, but they say it quietly and lie about it afterwards. Fortunes the Tackities. Reaches independent settlers. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on supporting the Tackities. Those are the big ones. I do not have any officers. I do have the diffident bat, though. Do I not have a mascot? Can I not put the bat as that? Export bronzewood. Jumble of so that's that one. Is it... Who was it that was looking for this? New Avon. Palmyre and Plenty Circus. Oh, man, I don't know where I was going. It's been so long. Okay. So, let's go back to the stories. There might be something here. I think, yeah, I'm good on terror. Speak to the amenable host. Let's see. To any of Lustrum, New Winchester, and Port Prosper to begin. I like that he is brutally polite. Brutally. Let's see. Beatrice's... How much money have I even got right now? I've got 140. I'm nearly full on all of this, but let's grab another fuel. And off we go. And let's actually turn the audio up just a little bit. Hello there, Dreadnought. Are you getting attacked by the Tackities? Yes, you are. And we're taking some good hits. It's okay, though. I like that little warning. Oh god, ow. Ow. Go, go, go. Come on, you little bastards. Shit, dead. Just barely started. Okay. Now we start a new captain. Not all is lost. They managed to reclaim the Orphean. My predecessor has the Gossip and the Tale of Terror. I inherited 60 gold and a partial chart, and I will start at level 3. Though possibly inaccurate. Nice. Oh, let's see. Who was I? I was a soldier. Yours was not to reason why. Yours was but to do and die. I was a soldier. In the Corps of Royal Engineers, you were a sapper, a mechanic, an architect, an inventor, all while shells flew and while shells fell and bullets flew. As from an old friend begins an unwise quest to learn a secret that the stars hide. What drives you? Curiosity? Justice? Insolence? Whatever it is, it will be tested. Yeah, let's go for wealth first. Let's do... let's see. I like the cat in the hair there. That and what type of outfit should we go for? Something like that. I am let's see. Madame Lau. I like that. Alright. Start the game. We start off at level 3, so we should be able to... Yep, there we go. An interlude in red and gold. You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. How colorful the other guests were. How red the curtains. How gold the fittings. How secure the locks. Eventually, you were allowed to leave. But was your recovery genuine? You said what you had to and they sent you home. Even now, your world is red and gold and splendid. Hell yeah. Hold the line, your orders said. So you fought and bled on a foreign field far from home. Shells drummed the broken earth. Bullets whistled and bayonets clashed. Screams sang out. When silence fell, how did the day end? In defeat. Concealed among the dead, you were spared. On your return to London, you found few had even heard of the battle. London does not discuss its defeats. In victory, returning to London, you were paraded as exemplars of British pluck. A music hall song was even written about the battle. The events it described were not familiar. Defeat. London does not discuss its defeats. Okay. Definitely need the fastidious inspector. Offer her passage. There we go. 50 sovereigns. We'll get more when we get to not Port Avon, but the other place. I don't remember it. I need 5,000 sovereigns. Whew. All right then. That's going to take a while. Let us recruit the incautious driver. I need 20 sovereigns. We've got that. The driver boards, eager to get started. I recently parted ways with the Windward Company, they explain. Personally, I think a crash a week isn't so bad. They disagreed. Oh well, live and learn. Let's explore the city. Learn about trading, if for no other reason than it will give me a good way to start. Ask them how to make your fortune. Trading opportunity. Magdalene's needs an urgent delivery of seeds. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. Okay, and investigate the black box. It was left to an earlier captain in your lineage by Amelia Whitlock, the first captain of the Orphean. In her will, she asked that it be delivered to an address in London. The task has yet to be completed. It is a casket of black basalt, longer than you are tall, unadorned, with a single small recess that contains a keyhole. The thing must weigh most of a ton. It stands upright in a corner of the hold where the crew have pushed it out of the way. Examine the box. There are no carvings or inscriptions on it. The join where the lid meets the body is too thin to admit even a knife blade. There are no holes by which light or air might find their way in. It is impossible to see inside without opening it. Even the keyhole has been engineered in such a way as to prevent peeking. The recess with the keyhole, though, as far as you can determine, that is a more recent addition to the box. The stone has been drilled and chiseled away to create space for a modern metal lock. 200 sovereigns and 2 villainy. Detonate the lock with a modest explosion. Carefully packed crate of munitions. A savage secret. And I need a hell of a lot more veils to make that work. Isn't mirrors like my strongest thing? No, irons is. I do not have an uncanny specimen, nor an affiliation with the Academy. Consider what to do with it. The last request of Captain Amelia Whitlock was for the box to be transported to a specific address in London. Alternatively, you could perhaps find someone willing to purchase it as a curiosity. If you knew what was inside, you might be able to command a higher price. Let's go to the shops. Seeds for Magdalene, yes. I am not going to go for chalkery. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that. We'll pay 110 for each up to 5 crates of nostalgic crockery. Nah, I'm good. Abraham's Engineering, Victoria Market. Let's grab another supply. And another fuel. And save the rest of the money for the seeds. Alright. Port Avon is down there. Hold on. Purchase 3 sacks of verdant seeds from the bazaar at Port Avon. Sell them to the bazaar at Magdalen's. Got it. Let's do it. I did not want to do that. But you did find something. What did you find? I can't even tell. This is going to go nowhere. I just realized that. Is it going to go nowhere? No, there is a path down here. Scamp's Narrow. You scamp. So I think if I turn the light off, I preserve fuel. Ooh, having a little bit of lag there. I think if I turn the light off, I preserve fuel, but we invite the nightmares. Yeah, nightmares come in a lot faster. I hear combat off to the left. Somewhere. Young's found. Yeah, we'll go around this way and then go south to Port Avon. Because I want to see if I was right about that combat. And who knows, maybe we'll find something interesting out here. A distant nebula shines on this place. Its light is mellow as melted butter. Oh, it's light as mellow as melted butter. There we go. Hey, Salix. How's it going? Here we go. Port Avon. I'm doing good. Shit. Okay, there we go. Behold, a ruin of giants, gargantuan blocks jigsaw together, furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic village nestles amongst them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts. Plating, piping, a chugging motor with its innards exposed. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. "Welcome to Port Avon!" she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scents greets you, leaves and wood smoke, enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Avon welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend there. When you visit in future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. I do have the salon stewed gossip, but I'm gonna wait for that. Write a port report. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. Villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. Port Avon, go to the bazaar. Oh, I need to sell some shit. Okay. Crap. Shit. Sell. I'm gonna be super low on supplies, but I will make a pretty penny and buy that back. The village green. Ooh, something. Excuse me. Someone has grafted brass wheels to the carcass of an old armoire and impaled its top with a jaunty damasked umbrella. A man stands behind it, flesh and finery, the colors of the dawn, shepherding customers through their sampling of wines. Sweet wines, sour wines, subtle wines, and sinful, Spirits of every vintage, save, of course, the Hesperidian cider. He gives a small, sad laugh. I know, because I looked. This is the only place with real apples, but even here that cider eludes me. He beckons you with a gloved hand. A rare vintage, unheard of and unseen since London. This merits investigation. Closer, closer, come listen, come here. Come close and listen, you effervescent thing. I have a story. An associate of mine, he once gave me a sip of it. One golden drop to place under my tongue, and my life was changed. A carnivorous pleasure steeps in his voice as he speaks. I went back to the store immediately, of course, but the price was too much. And then eventually the dreams drained away, and now I'm here serving wine to drunks. His laughter is black and bitter, but the auroral sommelier gives you the address nonetheless, just in case. If you decide to risk the same grief, savor it for me. The auroral sommelier mentioned Hesperidian cider, apparently purchasable from an unusual shop in London. No, I'm not going to do that. Nowhere in. Made from real apples from the world you left behind. Careful now, a local warns you placidly. 51% chance. Nah. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. She perches on a stool in the corner, staring at a map of the Reach. I could have... No, must have taken a wrong connection at New Winchester. A tiny figure, weighed down by 2 backpacks and a heavy duffel coat, looks through thick glasses at her map and then up at you. Excuse me, I need passage. I don't suppose you could help me. I'm on the trail of unusual beasts. I can pay you for your time. Where does she need to go? Hybris, beams the short-sighted cryptozoologist. She leans in conspiratorially, knocking over every glass on the table. They say there's a colony of singing blimigans there. You know, the little mushrooms with teeth. I'm a huge fan of their poetry. I'd love to hear what they sing about. The short-sighted cryptozoologist almost boarded someone else's locomotive. A kindly stoker guided her the right way and on to yours. A cross between a mushroom and a jellyfish. That is the blimigan. We're not going to go upstairs just yet. And we don't have anywhere close to enough to succeed on those. Okay. So now we need to go to Magdalene's. And there's something grave right there. So we need to go all the way up there. We'll stop in Port Avon, I think. Or not Port Avon, New Winchester. And yeah, we're going to have to deal with some terrors for a little bit. I need to save on fuel. Okay, this is the something grave. Primordial ruins litter the heavens. Here is a piece of one, columned and crumbling. I do not have the ability to assay an object. I forget how I unlock that. I think I have to have specific equipment for those. Like, if I find the giant pieces of bark, I have to have a drill to get the wood from that. Alright, we're down to 1 supply. Hello there, Tackety. Good to see you. Let's not run into each other. How about that? I said let's not run into each other. If I wanted some supplies and money, I could go to the north, but I don't think I have the resources to make that trip. Yes, let's let her repair that clock. Inquire about her work. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the Empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. Excuse me. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less than reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Ask about the hours trade. Oh, hours. Let's see, you've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of hours, and now even more have been found in the Reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Compliment her skills. Thank you, she says, a small, embarrassed silence. Bid her a good evening. And to you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Wispy condensation trails across the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. Alright, yeah, we got the new Winchester with plenty of supplies left. So I think we'll be able to make it to Port Magdalene's, but I do have to be careful. And there is the Incognito Princess. Nope, don't give a shit about the Admiral. Nope, can't afford to buy anything there, so off we go. Let's see, I need to go that way, up through there, and then down and to the right. Okay. Wait, what is... That's a wonder. Okay, so if I'm ever doing really terrible on terror, I can go down to the wonder and get some of it relieved at least once. And then there's Palmier and Plenty Circus up there. Well, that did a little bit of damage. Alright. Never fire when your ship is overheating. It's good in a pinch, but bad otherwise. Trapistos hurry. So go up through there past Barzalar's Folly. And then on to Magdalene's House of Comforts. Oh, that's not good. That is a marauder. Hi there, friend. Really don't have time for this. There we go, gotcha. Loot the hold. Distressingly odored barrel. I now have an uncanny specimen. You pry the lid off. Dear God, what the blazes? Your navigator pokes the thing inside with a big stick, until assured that it's dead. Okay, we gotta go. We're getting low on everything, and this is not gonna go well otherwise. We've got a barrel of fuel and a crate of supplies. This is the right way, yeah? Yeah. Nope, and there's something to discover. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. but my veils is really fucking terrible, so just mourn the dead. A simple ceremony, doffed caps, a few words, a gloomy silence. But it helps. The only decency in the skies is that we bring ourselves. Nope, hi there. Ow. Fuck off. Loot. Yeah, explore the captain's cabin. Gained a salon stewed gossip. Okay. Alright. Up to the north. We gotta go. We're running out of food. We're on half rations, so this'll last for a little while. But, we gotta get going. Okay, round this corner and Magdalen's should be right there. And we should make a decent profit off of it. Yeah, it's right down here. Perkins Copse. Magdalen's, a place of peace, contemplation, and rest. The driver twitches miserably. Okay, shops, bazaar, sell, sell, and sell. There we go! Awesome! I gained an extra 100 sovereigns and some XP. Very good. Beatrice's exchange. Give me fuel, give me supplies. Bam. There we go. Stories. Write a port report. Magdalen's is abuzz with activity. Barely as the clock chimed, then a clamor goes up at the front desk, guests rushing to and from appointments. Lord was seen in conversation with the amenable host. The east wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second-in-command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sentimentality and were forcibly removed. Speak with an attendant. An attendant in the foyer schedules appointments with the aid of a hefty daybook and a very accurate clock. They are eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person you need. Here you may say farewell to a doomed comrade, resurrect an old love, spar with a defeated enemy, all for a fair price. But do not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not to become an addiction. Seek a meeting with the amenable host. Host as many calls in their time. Okay. Observe the guests. A trio of guests is going in together, all dark-haired and straight-backed. Yes, I know it's not the real thing, but I'd like a sense of closure, the tall woman says. What rot, barks the short one next to her. You want to argue over the will again. I've told you once I am not giving up the spoons based on a charlatan's say-so. Do be quiet, please, the one man says. I, for one, am more than happy to hear again why I was lumbered with the third-best wardrobe. Talk to patients being discharged. A set of attendants guide a frail old woman out from the chamber doors. Tears line her wrinkled face. So nice to see everybody again, for the first time since the tomb colonies. She rummages in her bag and produces a set of figs. Take these for Gladys. I know I shouldn't, but last time I heard her belly rumbling, something rotten almost spoiled the scene. Let us treat our nightmares. Nope. Don't have anything. What about just treating the terror? Oh, I require some very specific things. We've got salon stewed gossip, so let's request a treatment for guilt. First, the skies are full of terrible wonders. All skyfarers see more than they should when they sail the sunless sky. The sound of soft laughter and the occasional sob echo through the stained glass walls of the treatment chambers. An attendant sits guard before the door. I'll just need to ask for the particulars. We will always alleviate your fears, but the method is at your discretion. I request treatment for guilt. The attendant nods solemnly. Congratulations, you are the last entry in the journal. He makes a note in a large red leather-bound book. Today's journal, at any rate. The attendant holds up a candle before 4 doors of mirrored glass. 4 of our staff are available today. Each has their own specialty. Their names are not yours to know, only their craft. He smiles suddenly, his teeth gleaming like links on a chain. You know yourself best. Who can tend your wounded heart? Whoever you need, you can find behind one of these doors. Someone from your past? A very boring individual indeed. Someone who once met who meant a very great deal, or a former crewman. Someone who once meant a very great deal. The room is as you left it that last time. They are stood, cigar in hand, facing the window where you left them. The smoke has stained the glass thunder gray. They turn as you shut the door. Is that a list in their hand? They have been waiting some time for this. Well, okay, that was that. And our terror is fallen. I need to save the rest of my money. And you're selling verdant seeds, but I need to go back to New Winchester. Actually, hold on. Amenable host. Damaging the ship. There we go. An attendant escorts you, blah, blah, blah. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amenable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalen's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest if you're interested in helping. Take the Lachrymose guest dossier. Alright, Magdalen's house. Deal with the guest. How do you plan to deal with him? The treatment chamber has been emptied for you, should you wish to adopt a guise from his past. Alternatively, he is standing right there. He does not seem to have noticed you, his eyes instead boring through the doors of the treatment rooms. Approach directly. Disguises have caused the poor sod enough trouble. Has there been a problem? You invite him to sit. Stiff brandies are ordered. You recount your own share of heartbreaks and tragedies, how you found yourself here, and you make clear that despite all of that, you will be leaving. He nods slowly, and after a quick shake of your hand, walks away toward the station. He does not look back. Good, that'll get me a little bit of a reward. Yes, 100 sovereigns. Excellent. And then we get the quest to get his, or to figure out his identity. Alright, so, first to New Winchester. We need to get plenty of trade opportunities. I can actually turn the lights on now. Terror is still going to rise, but not as badly as it was. These are always so... bleh. About to say some weird shit there. These are always such interesting locales just to see in the background. I think that really sets this game apart from Sunless Sea. Sunless Sea was really cool, but it had the issue of everything being the same ocean. So it was... I mean, it was kind of difficult to go through. It was all just very samey. Whereas this, the background is all very different and really, really cool to see. Lights in the distance. A stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. I am glad as well with this, they kind of lowered the rate at which you used up food and fuel. Oh man. The rate at which you used up food and fuel in Sunless Seas was just a little bit ridiculous. It got really difficult to manage after a little while. Especially if you didn't immediately have any money prospects, which they help out here as well with the trade opportunities. Alright, shop, bazaar. A mob, allegedly sponsored by the Windward Company, recently shattered some of the stained glass windows of Victoria Hall, a seat of the Colonial Assembly. A renowned glazier at Titania has been commissioned to manufacture a replacement, even more magnificent than the last. She will pay for up to 5 panes of stained glass. Titania lies to the southeast of New Winchester. Yes, we will take that. Don't know where the hell I'm going to get panes of stained glass, but we will figure that out. Victoria Market? Nope. Wolvesey Engine Yard? Nope. Bank? No. I could do with another cannon. Buy that. Buy another fuel and supply. Save the last of that money. I gotta be able to buy shit. Hold. Cannon. There we go. Let's head northwest to try and find the place the inspector has to go to. And then we also need to find Hybris as well. Because, yeah, I've got the, what is it, the short-sighted cryptozoologist. So we have to find the place she's going to, Hybris. Because she's looking for a Blimmigan colony, apparently. Little mushrooms with teeth. I found it very interesting in Sunless Seas. One of the ways you could go through the story was infecting fucking everything with Blimmigans. With just these purple mushrooms with tentacles and teeth. Kitten would be so happy about that one. What is this mist? I want to know. This is a very interesting and foreboding fog. The sky closes its cold jaws about you. Water freezes in the pipes. Engineers scurry to and fro with boiling kettles. That's not a good sound. That sounds like a specific creature, not just a random sound in the background. The Bonnie Shepherds. 57 XP. Nope, there's a dreadnought. Oh, shit. Nope. Get the hell away from that. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to fuck with it. Nope. Turn back around and run. I don't know where we are. And I don't know what this... I don't know what those things are. And we are not facing them right now. Even though I did just get 2 cannons. But I did not repair my ship. And I really don't feel like facing that right now. I knew that that sound was something fighting. I knew it. It's still off in the distance fighting that dreadnought too. Oh, that's something I could mine from if I had a drill. Oh shit, hi marauders. Nope. Fuck. Ow. Damn it. That's 1 down. So it's gonna require 2 volleys. 2 full volleys. Raid the safe. Fuck it. I need sovereigns. There we go. Good. Nope. Good. Good. Both are down. I'm nearly dead. Scavenge, mourn the dead, because our terror is up. Let's let it fall just a little. God fucking damn it. Please. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. More hull. There we go. Gotcha. Ugh, 3 marauders down. Strip the engine for materials. There we go. Nearly full up again. Alright, let's get north. Let's see. Yeah, we've still got a ways to go. If I'm right about this place, it should be way up in the northwest. But getting her there should be profitable. If I'm wrong about this, then I just spent a hell of a lot of money on nothing. Probably could have gone down to like 6 crew just to be safe, but that wouldn't have been safe to operate the ship with either. We're going right back into the cold area, aren't we? Here, send the bat out. What can you see in the area? Something right in front of me. What is it? It's not a town. Marauder there. Nope, it is a harvestable material. Not what I need, in other words. Come here. Come here, fucker. There we go. 1 more good hit. Explore the captain's cabin. Let's get an unusual item. Ah, 2 salon stewed gossip. Nice. Okay, send the bat out again. Can you find anything this time? Nothing. Okay, off we go. We're getting out of here. Let's try... Let's just try straight north. I think I'm wrong about the location of this port, but we will see. Can hear battle off to my left as well. Just barely. It's like the distant sound of explosions. Sorry, I was checking something. I have 2 supplies and 3 fuel. I probably should stop at the circus to get some. Ow. There we go. Yeah, go for the captain's cabin again. Another salon stewed gossip. If I can sell that shit, it'd be fucking awesome. But I need to find a place where I actually can. Lots of destruction and terror here. What was that thing from the opening of StarCraft 1, the very original StarCraft? What do we got out here? Well, we got terror for sure. Fucking die. There we go. Please let me strip the hull. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, seek unusual items. Another gossip. Send the bat out. Maybe he can find me a port. Yes, there's a port. Oh, there's a port over here. Fuck you, Marauder. Now I just have to figure out how the hell I get to the port. Probably just this way. Knowing my luck, I'm gonna have to have gone the other way. For a second, I thought these were egg sacs in the air, but no, these are just giant mushrooms. These are like the tops of mushrooms. Yeah, I feel like I'm going way the hell away from where this port is. I'm gonna go a little bit further, see if it curves around, but I don't think it's going to. I think I've entered a different biome. Yeah, okay. I need to go back to where that Marauder was. Ow. Did not mean to actually hurt my fucking hull. Now I've got 4. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die by this fucking Marauder because I'm an idiot. I hope that Marauder is left by now, or at the very least, I hope I can destroy it quickly. Move! Battle of Culverston. The explosion got me for 1. Oh, please let there be something here. Something other than a star-maddened Marauder. Oh, thank you, there's hull points. Where in the fuck is this goddamn port? Gotcha. Gain some sovereigns. It's been like the best thing that I can get from these guys so far. Oh, sweet, some more supplies. Okay, so Palmyr and Plenty is down there. I'm probably gonna have to stop by the circus just to get supplies. Chance's Gloom. Because, yeah, there's definitely a port there. But it's, like, way the hell away from where I need to be. Don't like it here, Captain, engineer complains. The rest of the crew murmur. She speaks for them, too. Oh, please let me just curve around. A gloomy disquiet settles over your engine. Morale is fragile. Oh, please continue to curve around. Please take me to this port. Yeah, definitely some shit went down here. Harrison's Hollow. If I didn't know better, I'm going for that one. There is an abandoned port that you can get to, and I'm betting that that's where I'm going to right now. I'm betting that's what I've found. There's that super amazing lumber that they use here. I forget what it's called. Agata's Way. Yeah, it looks like this is going for wherever the fuck this port is. Should be right through here. In fact, this should be the place. Fungus covers this place like a blanket. It sprouts, pallid, white and angry red, on every outcropping and asteroid. The hell are you, flying fish thing? Hybris! Sweet! That is exactly where I needed to go. Hybris. Nestled amidst sprawling, sporing gardens of fungus, Hybris is a colony of octogenarians. A fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernails deep enough into the spongy, fungal fabric of the Reach to cling on when hard times come. It is a sad truth that many more settlements are founded than flourish. Nestled amidst sprawling, sporing gardens of fungus, Hybris is a colony of octogenarians. Rotting buildings slaw gently into decay. Maintenance is poor, the population aged. An insect speckled with fungus flies past drowsily. Growth asks no license, reads a barely legible sign staked into a collapsed pile of fungal eggs. A venerable welcoming party has gathered. The wizened mayor approaches. His back is bent, but his pace is steady. Excuse me. He has a firm handshake. Welcome to our little hideaway. Watch your step, that one's about to fruit. True enough, the little white sack at your feet suddenly splits. Snaking tendrils of red fungus explode outwards. The mayoral assistant, a severe woman of slightly less advanced years, guides the mayor to a nearby bench. You may stay as long as you like. Something is changing in Hybris. Gather a port report. Life moves slowly here. There are arguments over the rules of bowls and the correct amount of time to steep tea. The station master seems to avoid the villagers. There is an unusual, unique quality to the starlight which filters through the underside of the caps. Hunt in the woods with the cryptozoologist. The cryptozoologist leads the way, following a melodic hum in the air. Soon enough, you find it. In a pus-soaked hollow, a chorus of flamingons howl in perfect harmony. "I can't see," whispers the cryptozoologist. "I need to get close." She sneaks towards them, but stealth is not one of her talents. They scatter. "Wait," she calls, giving chase. "I just want to record you." You leave her to the hunt. She seems happy enough. Got an otherworldly artifact. Sweet. Let us get some supplies. There we go. Hybris. Yeah, for 5 sovereigns, let's take some tea. The owner keeps a clean and ordered house. She bakes her tea cakes to perfection and ices them to resemble the fungus that has colonized the windowsills. "It's been here longer than us," she laughs as she pours another round of tea. The tea is sour. The milk has gone off. There isn't much going on in Hybris today. Its people seem exhausted. Fair Nance waves as she lights candles outside the Brendan. Infected fireflies dance around the long match. The wizened mayor calls to you from the balcony of his house. He's going to bed. He rather did it at bowls earlier, you see. He rather overdid it at bowls. That's what it was. Everyone here is very old indeed. Is there a lower age limit on settling in Hybris? The wizened mayor chuckles. "Oh, no. We'd welcome youth, but we don't get many settlers coming out this way. We're happily secluded here." He smiles wistfully as, across the marsh, his mayoral assistant trounces an unfortunate at bowls. "Our best years were spent by others." The wizened mayor glances at his allotment, which is overflowing with burgeoning mushrooms. "We have plans to hopefully change that, though." The colonists are enjoying a second youth on Hybris. Explore the settlement. Hybris has only a handful of buildings, clustered amongst folds of fungus, yet life goes on here. A game of bowls has been organized on the flattest bit of marsh. You are invited to participate by the mayoral assistant, who proves herself a mean backhand draw. When all is over and everyone has retired for fungal juices at the Brendan, the wizened mayor takes you aside. This is what it's all about. A second youth. First, in some cases. He grins conspiratorially. Wander the wilds of Hybris. You enter the fungal forests of Hybris. Clouds of spores drift through the ropey tendrils of freestanding fungus. Giant ants, pierced with spines of mushroom, crawl to the tops of trees to better spread their spores. You wander amidst the webs and arches of mushrooms for some hours until you stumble across a shallow grave. Each headstone bears a number of 7 digits or more. Barely covered in the shallow earth are sets of manacles. Right! Alright then. I think that means it's time to go. I could get some unseasoned hours, but... yeah, go ahead and grab those. Still gotta be careful about entering combat. I only have 11 hull. We do gotta be careful of whatever that fish thing was that was flying around. We need to head... Probably back to Palmyre's. I need to get the port report and then turn all those in. After I do that, I think I can just go south from there and it should be fine. Excuse me. Yeah, these port reports should get me some resources, enough to probably get more fuel and supplies. We still gotta find the panes of glass. I have absolutely no idea where to find any of that. Looks like this particular locale was a foundry or a colony of some sort, but the marauders apparently attacked it. And nobody seems to have survived. Sitting the bat out. Oh, hi. An argument breaks out between two crewmen. One owes the other money but cannot repay it. Unfortunately, the debt was sworn on the name of the burrower below, a roving god of the deep skies and a keeper of compacts. The burrower has a low opinion of oathbreakers. Your crew mutter darkly. They fear that this will bring them both bad. They fear that this will bring them bad luck. You need a sky story and 50 sovereigns. It's a new person to take on the promise, another maid. Disputes to impair. Cursed or not, removing him will please the crew. For now, you order him confined to quarters, as much for his own safety as for punishment. You'll leave him at the next station. His remaining friends are sullen, but most of the crew are glad to be rid of him. Scout found something to the south. It's probably a resource. Hi, Marauder. I see you over there. Seems like you see me as well. Okay, so yeah, this is a mineable resource. Nope, go fuck yourself. Not fucking happening, bitch. Strip the engine for materials. There we go. That's plenty of hull to keep me in the fight. Ow. There we go. Gotcha. Loot the hold. A solid crate, stamped and carefully sealed. It is heavy as a dead man's weight. A gunner sniffs just before the lid is wrenched open. Gunpowder, they assert before assuming responsibility for the opening. Once the lid has been carefully prized off, the case's gleaming arsenal of ammunition, sealed powders, and callous weaponry is laid bare. This will fetch a handsome price. The heavens do not lack for murderers. Alright, over to the circus. Hopefully they sell some supplies there. If not, we're super close to New Winchester anyway, so that should work out. Ooh. That night, your sleep is peppered with uncomfortable dreams. Excuse me. The sky of your dream is blazing gold. It is peppered, no, crowded with suns. Suns piled on suns like the groats in a miser's hoard. Their light floods you. It shines through skin and blood and meat, picking out your branching veins and the slender pillars of your bones. Is there no more to you than this? You wake. I do not have the hearts to succeed at company. So let's commit your dreams to a captain's log. Trap the dreams. Trap the dream like a fly in amber. We get a tale of terror, but we also gained terror. Then the circus is over here. A cluster of islands lie in the mists. Strings of bunting flutter optimistically between them. Polymer and Plenty's circus. Tied to whatever the hell monolith this is, Nilsson's Point, which is beloved by the Bazaar Masters. The Bazaar Masters of old, fallen London. Since we left the stars, it seems they don't have as much power as they did before. New arrivals at the circus. A fire burns by the obelisk where newcomers mingle. None of them seem to know what drew them here, save that they had nowhere else they knew they should be. They trade stories and the last of the liquor from their flasks, finding solace here for reasons that even they can't seem to explain. Who were they before they were called here? The broken, the disavowed, the fugitives. Every visitor has their own story and a hole in their heart. A few demonstrate acts with which they hope to join the circus itself. Others talk of their plans to leave this place and resume their lives. Not today, but tomorrow. Or the day after that, perhaps. The inconceivable circus. The greatest show! That's what the adverts promise. The reality is not impressive. Aside from the big top that dominates the circus, the place is shabby. Poorly maintained and even more poorly attended. Bored-looking circus folk man rotting booths, and the clowns painted on smiles are no match for the deep-set misery behind the grease paint. Even the calliope music, playing on a run-down piano, is more grimly resolute than cheery. Write a port report. The big top looms dramatically in the fog of the Reach, but it's not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisk floating nearby. Some enterprising soul is hung bunting between it and the big top. As for the circus itself, outside of the performers, it is practically deserted. You may be the first new face in the audience in quite a while. Let us purchase tickets. You now have 5 tickets to the circus. 2 here, and 2 here. Let's enter the big top. No one in the meager audience displays any enthusiasm, not even when the ringmaster thunders in on a horse-drawn calliope. Then come the acts themselves. Oh dear. The humiliated magician's trapdoors fail to open, leaving his glamorous assistant notably unvanished. The bereaved acrobat swings from a single trapeze, the other hangs lonely and unused. The pensive clown's fire-juggling act ends in disaster and not the humorous kind. The less said about the lion tamer, the better. He should recover. Visit the amusements. You spend some time watching the sideshow attractions. The amazing invisible flea circus is immediately disappointing. The circus's strong woman, on the other hand, is arguably too good for the place, effortlessly raising all manner of things over her head. The problem is that she makes it look so easy that the audience just shrug. It seems the only thing she cannot lift is the mood. The grubby urchin is nowhere to be seen. Back in blank, it says, followed by an indecipherable scribble. How useful. Try to sneak behind the tents. A pair of clowns, whose painted-on smiles do not match their actual scowls, spot you almost immediately. There is nothing funny about the heavy sticks they carry. You are less than politely escorted back to the big top. Perhaps if you are better known around here, they would be less concerned. Oh, excuse me. I need 3 of a familiar face at the circus. For now, we can't do anything, so let's go to the new big top. Nope, nothing worth doing there. Alright, moving on. We need to get down to New Winchester. The Hybrian wilds have devoured countless attempts at settlement. This is a forsaken place. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. I'm sure that noise is annoying, but one of the... What the fuck? Hold on. Something to crave. What? Is this a resource? Oh, hey, I've learned from my experience. I need hearts, like, really badly. We had a lost love. Love, the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of two lives, as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry or the cells in your skin. And when one of those lives ends, what remains of the other? You loved. You lost. How badly does it hurt now? Like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. You feel, always, that something is missing. In the middle of other things, you will look up and around, and then remember that they will never be there. Let us go to this house. Dock. A homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization... Who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You settle down beside a pockmarked homestead with a holey roof and cracked windows. Its inhabitants have struggled through a bad year and will find the next one worse. Trade them some munitions. The ragged steam trails of marauders have scarred the skies of late. The settler assesses the armaments with a seasoned eye, offering several lengths of good, freshly bored heartwood in exchange. I now have a bronze wood. Incautious driver. Is that... well, it already left. Alright then. Alright, on down south. Let's see if it will let me through to New Winchester. There's usually like a gate right here. Excuse me. Is that... That's a tacky. We're good. That is 2 tackities. Hello, Sam guy. The skies are... okay. My hold is a bit barren, though. Oh. That... What the hell is this? The company house. Local headquarters of the Windward Company. Nah, fuck that. I want to help the Tackities, not the Windward Company. I have 21 coins, but I have a hell of a lot of port reports to turn in. If I can get into the docks. There we go. The Assembly, a coalition of independent-minded settlers colloquially called Tackities, gather and argue here. Deliver port reports here to receive rewards and win the Tackities' favor. Yes, deliver the port reports. 400 sovereigns. Hell yeah. And thank you for bringing this to me rather than the bloody stovepipes. I'll arrange a gratuity. You've lost 4, new total 2. What? That's weird. Okay. I need 5 Tackities gratitude to increase their standing. I can get 2. I can use 2 to get an otherworldly artifact or a savage secret, but I think I'm fine for now. I just need to continue on to New Winchester and buy some supplies and repair this ship. And I really, really need to find a place that sells panes of glass. I need to get 5 panes. So how's your day going, Sam Guy? Oh, polymer and plenty. Assignments of literature. Yeah, I'm starting to realize just how rare they are. We've got those and that to sell. There we go. That helps out. Well, that's good to hear, Sam Guy. At least, you know, good to hear that that your day is going all right. Let's see. Canning station. I don't really want to spend anything else on these. The Brita Mart. Oh, okay. It's an engine. Yeah, that's a fair sentiment, Sam Guy. Certainly one that I can't that I can't find any fault with since you're here. Let's see. Don't have enough money to buy that. Yeah, there's not really anything else. Get these. I am doing alright. Just spending some time here. I might grab a friend or two and play some Lord of the Rings War in the North here in a few minutes, but I'm going to spend a little while longer on this. I need to do some exploration. There's a wonder over there. And we know frozen horrors are off in that direction, so let's go south. So yeah, so if we go straight south, we should be good. Before I completely forget to do shit all over again, there's an officer, some crew, and a hull that needs repair. I keep forgetting to do all of that. Repair the locomotive. Fully repair this hull. Recruit the incognito princess. She'll increase our mirrors by 6 and our hearts by 2. Alright. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners comes to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her. Refugees from old London, and a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. I am a humble first officer looking for... what's the word? When commoners do things for coin? Work, that's it. She beams at you, delighted, as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says between screams. Seems she has already forgotten about her signing on money. Sweet, so I just got her for free. Awesome. Do you have any good shit to buy? Nope, I need Savage Secrets and 2 Visions of Heaven, or a Searing Enigma, or a Condemned Experiment. Okay. And I definitely don't have the mirrors for all of those anyway. Hire on crew. Hire on a few crew. Anything going on? An opportunity. Respond to a distress call. Oh yeah, in the amenable host's identity. A titan of industry. Those are rare outside of Albion. The initial search is fruitless. People giggle at the antiquated fashion on display in the daguerreotype, the tilt of the jaw, the unfortunate arrangement of hair. But the proprietor of the round table seems to recognize the face. Oh yes, right sod he was. She holds the locket up to catch the falling starlight through a window. Wanted to open a factory here a few years back. Something went wrong and there was a workers' revolt. Not been seen since. Nothing definitively conclusive here. Alright, so we need to go to 2 more ports for him. Let us respond to a distress call. Captain! A broad-shouldered tackety speaks for the group. A friend of ours, there are protests, an acquaintance of ours, has sent a message from Hybris. She needs transport back to New Winchester. Would you mind picking her up if you happen to go out that way? She's a filmmaker, goes by Madame Lumiere. She said she'd never return, so I have to assume she's taken ill. It'd be good to make sure she gets back safely. Sure. Yeah, we'll go all the way back up to Hybris. Let's see. Lustrum and Port Prosper. I need to get to Port Prosper to find, or to, finish transporting the clock lady. But, we can go, it'll be a bit of a jog, but we can go to Polymer and Plenty's, hit that, go to Hybris, come back down, hit Magdalen's, and we should be good that way. And oh yeah, the Lord of the Rings game is definitely a ton of fun. We've, so far, we've finished... The fuck? Give me just a moment, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I heard something fall in the hallway outside, and it was just Dad dropping something. But yeah, so far, me and my friends have gotten past Fornost and the Barrow Downs. We're heading to the Etten Moors next to check on the trolls there. Grab the port report here. I'm so glad that they offer 100 sovereigns per port report here, because oh my god, it was so annoying in Sunless Skies having to, you know, getting plenty of supplies to go to like a dozen different places, collecting all their port reports, and maybe making 300 sovereigns off of the entire trip, especially if you didn't know what to trade where. That sounds like the first level, which was, Fornost. Yeah, Sunless Sea was not very beginner friendly. This game is definitely a lot more beginner friendly, and I'm very happy for that. Alright, let's recruit the amiable vagabond. Oh, we need 2 sky stories. You find him waiting serenely at Gervais's rest, clay pipe clamped between his teeth. He claims to be an expert in snake wrangling, thimble twisting, and stick swinging. He professes to be a psychologist, mythologist, and escapologist. He boasts he can tell stories that'll haunt you until you die, and play tunes that'll make stones dance. If all that fails to entice you, he supposes he could turn his hand to signaling. Yeah, Sunless Sea was really awesome, and still an awesome fucking, storytelling adventure. I am so in love with Failbetter Games writing. I love that they tell you exactly enough to give you a decent image, but they let your mind fill in all the rest. Like, going to the different ports, Sunless Sea had some of the best writing I have ever seen. My favorite will always be what you hear going to the Iron Republic, where they talk about lightning curling on, lightning from the glim lamps curling on the railing, and a rope coming alive to sting someone while your crewmen beat it to death with shovels. And then it just says, "Welcome to the Iron Republic." That's such great writing, because it fills your mind with all of these things happening all around you, and it's just absolute chaos, but they don't tell you that. Not in so many words. They tell you a couple of things and then let you imagine everything else that's happening around you. I definitely want to play more Sunless Sea. I found it so difficult to even get anything done, really. It was, the most I could do was the one island where the rats and the guinea pigs are at war with each other. That is the longest story I was ever able to do. Ooh. Skyfarers, exposed to the haunting light of the stars, are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. A crewman is staring fixedly from a stained glass window. "Look!" he points out at the apparently ordinary sky. "Webs strung between the stars! And watch! Watch! There! Did you see the stars shiver, like dew on the cobweb when the spider stirs? You saw no such thing." I really don't feel like spending a supply on that. Confine them to their quarters. They're no good to you in this state. You confine them to quarters and resolve to discharge them at the next port. The atmosphere aboard is subdued for a time, but it is understood that these things happen in the sky. The heaven's price, they call it. But yeah, definitely, this game is, I wouldn't necessarily say brighter, but the fact that it's not all same, like the, how the seas in Sunless Seas, you just had the sea itself in the background most of the time. Whereas this has a whole slew of different things happening in the background. It definitely makes it look like there's more going on, and it definitely does make it look a little brighter. It's definitely not as claustrophobic, I would say. Agatha's Way. All the mushrooms. If only I had the money for a nice drill so I could get some more of this bronze wood. Is this nature? The fairy tales don't mention pustules. The princess is revolted by hybris. blow the hell out of the dock. Nobody else comes here. Hybris. Gather report. And search for Madame Lumiere. Loud curses lead you towards an elderly woman fiddling with an antiquated camera. She sighs and shuts the frame. That'll do, she offers a trembling hand. Lumiere, once a renowned explorer and filmmaker, now, as you see, a cough rattles through her. You from New Winchester? I'll leave with you. I can pay my way. I'm done here, and my lungs won't tolerate much more to this. She smiles wanly. I've a premiere to plan. Alright. Off we go again. We need to get to, Magdalen's. And then on to New Winchester. Hopefully I can get to Magdalen's through that little patch there. It looks like there should be a passage there. I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen so many marauders right now. Coming up here was so many marauders that I had to dodge, and then the only thing I've seen on the way is a pair of tackities. It's really weird not to have that constant fighting now that I'm at full hull and have 2 cannons. Thinking about it, I actually probably would have done better to get the, oh, speaking of marauders. Hi there, buddy. Dodge! Whew! I missed that one. There we go. Gotcha. Loot the hold. Distressingly odored barrels. That'll be another uncanny specimen. Okay, so south through here. Basically, we're gonna go east, south, west, south, and back east. Jesus. The sky is wrong. This is not where you were meant to be. Was it a trick of the mists? Has a wind carried you astray? Have the heavens themselves turned on their axis? Yeah, having more cannons in this... I don't know. Because of the extreme limit in weapon placements in Sunless Seas, it felt like having more weapons really didn't do anything. Whereas in here, having the 2 weapons, sure, with the heat meter, I still have to be careful of how much I'm firing. But I don't know, it feels better this way. I feel like I can end a fight faster. But let's see. I have not earned the wrath of the burrower below. And I have Heirs of Terror. I have a 49% chance success. Yes! You order the crew to stand firm and hold the course as you traverse this uncanny fold of the sky. Eventually, your navigator utters a grateful oath. A landmark! You are found again. Hey, Zeno, how's it going? Yeah, pretty much, with the single cannon, I could probably fire 5 shots rather than 4 before I overheated, but the battle just took longer. Whereas now I can fire the 4 shots, deal with the overheat, fire 4 more shots, and generally my fire rate is a lot faster. So I'd say it's like 1.5 times more effective rather than twice as effective, but that's still more effective as far as I'm concerned. Dodge and weave! Dodge and weave! Ha! That's right. Shoot your buddy. Loot the hold. Yep, got another uncanny specimen. Eventually I'll figure out where I can sell this shit. It'd be great if I could. I think that's the one thing that I'm kind of missing from both Fallen London and Sunless Skies is, in those, you could sell damn near everything you found. Whereas in here, there's a very distinct difference between what's in your hold, and thus what is sellable, and what is more used for events and talking. Another carefully packed crate of ammunition. Okay, so if I go southeast from here... then I should be able to get to Magdalen's. It looks like there's a path there. If there's not, that's fine. I can still make it, and I apologize, but, yeah, I figured that they would be a lot harder to find. I was hoping that they would still be around. I'm glad to hear that they are. You have suffered a critical hit. Awesome. Well, they have suffered a fatal hit. Strip the engine of materials. So, wait. What does the critical hit do me? Where do I even see the critical hit? I have no idea. Damn it. Just barely failed to dodge that one. I'll take that hit. Gain some sovereigns. And I completely forgot that I can talk to my officers. Let's go talk to them. Let's see. Rumors are not intent. The driver has no tolerance for uneventful voyages. When not on duty, they stare through the stained glass windows as if willing excitement to ride in on a wave of disaster. When they take the wheel, the rest of the crew grip the nearest available support and whisper quiet prayers to various gods. Rumors not intended for your ears suggest the driver is running an illicit poker game in the hold. Let's gamble with him. You enter the hold and find the game well underway. The driver sits cross-legged in front of a pile of freshly won sovereigns and 3 newly impoverished members of the crew. A stoker angrily throws an expensive-looking watch into the pile of winnings and departs in a fury. The driver looks up. "Madam, care to make a wager?" The driver deals the cards between the players. The cook and a crewman whose name you can't place at the moment watch each other with barely disguised suspicion. Behind you, a small crowd gathers to see their captain's coin. That's going to be a failure. Yep, that's fine. You throw your cards down, not expecting to win. You are not disappointed. The driver bets everything on a single pair. The cook claims the pot. "I hear you used to be a test driver," says the quartermaster. The driver nods. "You'd have never thought it. As a child, I loved my trains. Very ordered. A safe little space where they could go round and round and nothing could go wrong. It was only after the crash that I realized I needed more. I suppose surviving that taught me that there was more to living than simply being alive. Another round?" Let's step away from the game. Let the game continue. The crew needs a break. The driver nods to you, idly scratching an ear. Just for a moment, you spot something green winding around their finger. Let's converse with the incautious driver. What? Oh, yes, 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 the driver scratches again. It's nothing, just a little earache, I'm sure. It comes and goes. Their knee trembles with the frustration of being pulled away from the wheel for even this short conversation. See? All fine now. Recommend visiting a doctor. The health of the crew is paramount. Not necessary, the driver protests, scratching at their ear with renewed force. A look of pain flashes over their face for a moment. Perhaps... My family knows of a specialist in New Winchester. I think Father owns the building. I think I can call in a favor. Listen to the driver's suggestion. Recently they've been roaming the corridors of your engine, whistling and getting in the way. Can't keep anything from you, I see. I've been feeling a bit on the edge. Would like to make myself useful if I can. There's races at the Royal Society. Maybe we could go there and you could drop me off for a bit. I can make us both a bit of money. They take out a coin and flip it in the air. It comes down on heads. Just a thought, anyway. The driver will join the Rochester Club to take part in races and generate winnings for you while on secondment. That would actually be good. What about you, Incognito Princess? Sky Story, a tale of terror, and I have not have anything of learning about her. From the tiara-crested brow downwards, there is nothing about the Incognito Princess that is not incandescent. She is like the sun, and about as dangerous to anything in the vicinity. Wherever the princess goes, she looks around with a surplus of curiosity and a complete lack of care. While she seems incapable of discerning between the two, the Incognito Princess seems intrigued by any mention of daring-do and abyssal horror. Thrilled by your tales, the princess invites you to her quarters. I have a secret, she says, removing her tiara before donning a second, more expensive tiara. I am Queen Victoria's daughter. I trust your discretion. It's a considerable ask. This must be the captivating princess, the daughter of Victoria, who dwells in a miasma of rumors of excess, ranging from red honey to cannibalism. A half-asphyxiated starling has somehow found its way aboard. It flies to her hand. She pets it gently. One is traveling to broaden one's mind before one takes on a new role. It would be a delight to meet with the engineers who keep the eternal ball of perdurance tick-tocking away. She smiles. You find yourself outside. So... Perdurance... She is the daughter of the ever-living queen. I would be disappointed if she wasn't completely batshit insane. Oh, mineable resource, okay. So we know that's there. Nope. That is a place to dock. Homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization, you set down beside a humble homestead whose owners, despite their ragged sleeves, insist on inviting you in. Hospitality is more important on the frontier. Trade. Yeah, I could use some supplies. Trade that. There we go. Your host is desperate to hear news from New Winchester and London. The scandals, the fashions, the feuds. They listen intently, like an avaricious relative at the reading of a will. When you leave, you discover a generous bundle left on the footplate of your engine. Yeah, and deal a tiny little bit of damage. Yes, I am going to try and save up for a drill. I think once I turn in all of these port reports, I'm going to buy a drill. I just really wanted to do that first. Alright, I do not have a sky story. Let's get some bronze wood. But yeah, I've got a fair amount of money currently. I've got 440. I could buy a drill right now. I just wanted to make sure I had enough for supplies first. Oh, son of a bitch. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. "It's gone!" She points out through one of the stained glass windows. "A star! It winked out!" You look through the glass. Stars burn upon the firmament. The specific patch of sky she's pointing to is indeed empty, but you couldn't say if a star had been there before. Oh yeah, because I recognize that because they are selling the stuff for half price, and if nothing else, I can take that shit back to New Winchester and sell it back for full price. Fuck it, I'm about to hit a port. Yeah. The prospect of brandy provokes a ragged cheer. Soon the crew have rosy faces and broad smiles. But yeah. But yeah, if I could possibly grab one of the like hull or hold upgrades, oh, I will absolutely buy everything I can from the bazaars, and then make some quick cash just selling it back, and then come back. Bazaar. Grab those 3. Beatrice's exchange. Grab those. Yeah, go ahead and grab 3 more supply and 1 more fuel. Just fill up there. What's this about the keepsake market? Oh yeah, absolutely. You can part some decent courses. I'm not as concerned about fuel in this as I was in Sunless Skies, but I know I can turn the lamp off to save some if I have to. I am not going to buy anything here. I need to save that money. Let's treat our terrors for now, though. Request a treatment for a personal failing. Yours is a faceted soul, with several showy flaws coursing through it. Oh, what's yours? Mine is, oh, but I mustn't say. Sorry, I'm new. This way. 4 of our staff are available. Let's look at a former crewman. They were lost in your service. Your old companion in vice is inside, shackled in a room which resembles one of the midnight cells. He sighs and explains this is where all that trouble got him. He begs you to listen to the old stories one last time. I couldn't have done it without you, Captain, he says, apparently entirely sincere. The talk seems to have cheered him up immensely. What, the jumble of souls? Yeah, I fucking love that. The soul trade is just totally... Oh, no, you mean the fuel and supplies? I'm glad that they sell them at not double or triple the price like they did in Sunless Skies. The only place you wanted to buy supplies in Sunless Skies was London. Oh, that tackety is about to bite it. Let's try and help them. Okay, check the navigation suite. Gain some unlicensed charts. There we go. Hey! Fuck you guys! The fucking thing is dead! Stop firing, you assholes! Fucking hell, friendly fire almost killed me. I know you tacketies are excitable, but Jesus Christ, I'm on your side. Aestival. I don't think I've ever found Aestival. Then again, I haven't been able to fully explore the Reach. I've seen a lot of it in a past game, but I never got to explore the whole thing. I think I explored like a third of it, found most of the ports. Oh, from sea. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep. Ow. Something grave is here. Oh, shit. Scavenge. Stripper for repairs. And run. Run away. So, straight through here. Oh, you piece of shit. You're still following me. Of course you are. Good thing that is very short range. Bad news, you're faster than I am. Good news, you're really dumb. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Fuck it. Nope. I hate you all. We should be able to make it back. Oh my god. Use the fuel. So many things happening. Okay, New Winchester is there. I gotta go to Victory Hall first. Actually, no, I can get some decent money by... No, Victory Hall first. I want to go there, then head to New Winchester, so that I'm not having to go from New Winchester to Hall to back to New Winchester. I'm actually surprised that, despite the fact that my nightmares have not increased, the fact that I'm at like half terror, my crew is still slowly going insane. I figured when my nightmares got higher, that would have been different. Really, more in fucking Hybris? Sure. Winchester War. Downed locomotive on Hybris. Okay. Visit Victory Hall. Deliver the port reports. Gain 200 sovereigns. Right. I forgot to get the port report at fucking Magdalen's. Oh well. Balance of power in the Reach. Give the Tackities some more fortune. The lantern symbol is port reports, I think. I don't actually know what it is. Alright, let's sell some shit. Bazaar. Tatiana. Verdant seeds. Yes. We will do that. That is a fairly easy thing to do. Victoria Market. Sell these. And the bronze wood. Buy more fuel, more supplies, and then the drill. Bam. Okay, got the drill. The Shivering Jemmy. Nice. Okay, with that, I am going to be back. I'm going to give it 15, maybe 20 minutes. I'm going to see if my friends are up to playing some Lord of the Rings War in the North. If they are not, I will be back with something. I don't know what yet. But we're going to end off for the moment here. Thank you for joining, Sam Guy. Don't forget to follow. And hopefully I will see you again in a few minutes. Bye-bye.